The first thing you should know about me is that I wasn't always this patient. In fact, I used to be quite the diva. I was the kind of umbrella that turned heads, bold red and white stripes, a polished wooden handle, and a spring so snappy it could startle a cat. I was the favorite, the one chosen for important meetings, sudden storms, and romantic walks. I was the umbrella you'd see in old movies, twirling above a couple as they danced through puddles. I was indispensable. Now, I live under a park bench, wedged between a sticky soda can and a newspaper from last autumn. I've been here for months, long enough to watch the leaves turn, fall, and get swept away. Long enough to see the same joggers loop at the path, their shoes growing muddier with each lap. Long enough to realize that, in the world of lost things, time moves differently. It stretches and folds, like the fabric of my own canopy, until you can't tell one day from the next. I remember the day I was left behind. It was a Tuesday, I think. The sky was a perfect cloudless blue, the kind that makes you forget umbrellas even exist. My owner, let's call her Anna because I never learned her real name, was distracted. She was on the phone, laughing, her voice bright and careless. She set me down on the bench, just for a moment, to tie her shoe. Then she walked away, still talking, her laughter fading into the distance. I waited, certain she'd come back. She never did. At first, I was furious. How could she forget me? After all the storms we'd weathered together, after all the times I'd shielded her from the world, she just left. I sulked for days, refusing to open even when the wind rattled my ribs. I told myself I didn't care. But the truth is, I missed her. I missed the feeling of being needed, of being the hero in a sudden downpour. The park is a strange place to live when you're an umbrella. You see everything, but you're never really part of it. People come and go, their lives brushing past you like the hem of a coat. I've learned to recognize them by their shoes. There's the woman with the squeaky sneakers who walks her dog at dawn. The man in heavy boots who sits on the bench every afternoon, feeding crumbs to the birds. The teenagers who skate by, their laughter echoing off the trees. And of course, the children, my favorite. Children see magic where adults see inconvenience. To them, I'm not just a forgotten umbrella. I'm a pirate sword, a wizard's staff, a secret hiding place for treasures. One little boy, Max, found me on a rainy day. He twirled me above his head, shouting spells at imaginary monsters. For a moment, I was alive again, my fabric snapping in the wind, my handle gripped tight in his small, sticky hand. When his mother called him away, he left a pebble inside me. A gift, I think. I still have it. I've become something of a confidant for the park's regulars. They don't know I'm listening, of course. But I hear everything. I hear the old man muttering to himself as he feeds the pigeons, telling stories of a wife he lost long ago. I hear the couple who meet on the bench every Thursday, their voices low and urgent, their hands brushing together like nervous birds. I hear the joggers cursing the rain, the children shrieking with delight as they splash through puddles, the lovers whispering secrets in the twilight. I collect their words, tucking them away like raindrops on my fabric. Sometimes I wonder what it would be like to speak, to tell them what I've seen, what I know, to warn the woman in the squeaky sneakers that her dog is about to find the sandwich she hid in her bag, to tell the old man that the pigeons prefer sunflower seeds to breadcrumbs, to reassure the couple that their secret is safe with me. But I am an umbrella, and umbrellas are meant to listen, not speak. I've learned that people are lonelier than they seem. They carry their worries like umbrellas, hidden until the storm comes, then opened wide for all to see. Some storms are brief, a passing shower of doubt or fear. Others linger, soaking through even the sturdiest defenses. I wish I could help. I wish I could do more than just listen. But all I can offer is shelter, a brief respite from the rain. There are days when I dream of being found. I imagine someone, anyone, lifting me from the ground, brushing off the dirt, and taking me home. I imagine the thrill of snapping open, the rush of water sliding down my fabric, the way people huddle beneath me, trusting me to keep them dry. I imagine being needed again, being loved. But as the weeks pass, those dreams grow fainter, like the memory of a storm long gone. Still, I have hope. Hope is a stubborn thing, like a dandelion growing through a crack in the pavement. It clings to me, even as my fabric fades, and my handle grows rough. I tell myself that every day is a new chance, that someone might notice my stripes peeking out from under the bench and decide to take me home. I tell myself that I am not useless, that I still have a purpose, even if it's just to listen. One afternoon, a little girl found me. She was crying, her face streaked with tears and rain. She crawled under the bench, clutching a stuffed rabbit, and curled up beside me. For a long time she just sat there, her sobs quieting as the rain drummed on the pavement. I wanted to comfort her, to wrap my canopy around her and shield her from whatever storm she was facing. Instead, I did the only thing I could. I let her hold me. She hugged my handle tight, her small fingers warm against the wood. When her mother found her, she left me behind. But I didn't mind. For a moment, I was needed. I've come to realize that being forgotten isn't the same as being worthless. I may not be the star of the show anymore, but I still have a role to play. I am a witness, a keeper of secrets, a silent companion to those who pass by. I am a reminder that even the most ordinary things can hold extraordinary stories. So I wait. I wait for the rain, for the laughter, for the secrets whispered in the dark. I wait for the day when someone will need me again, when I can open up and shelter them from the storm. Until then, I will listen, I will remember, and I will hope. Because hope, like an umbrella, is meant to be opened, even on the sunniest days. The seasons change, and I remain. I've watched the park transform from the lush green of summer to the brittle gold of autumn. And now, as winter creeps in, I feel the cold settle into my frame. Frost etches delicate patterns on my fabric in the early mornings, and sometimes I imagine I'm wearing a lace shawl, waiting for a dance that never comes. I've grown fond of the rhythm of the park, the way the sun slants through the trees at dusk, painting everything in honey and fire, the way the wind carries laughter, and the scent of roasted chestnuts from the vendor's cart. I've even come to appreciate the squirrels, though they once tried to use me as a bridge to reach a forgotten sandwich. For the record, I am not a bridge. I am an umbrella. But I suppose when you're desperate, anything will do. Sometimes I catch glimpses of myself in puddles. My stripes faded, my handle chipped, but still, unmistakably, me. I wonder if Anna would recognize me now. Would she feel a pang of guilt? Would she remember the time I shielded her from a sudden hailstorm? Or the night she danced with me in the rain, spinning and laughing until her shoes were soaked? Or would she simply see an old, broken umbrella, not worth a second glance? I try not to dwell on it. Instead, I focus on the present, on the people who pass by, the stories I collect, the small ways I can still matter. I've become a fixture in the park, a silent observer, a part of the landscape. Some people even nod to me as they walk past, as if acknowledging an old friend. It's a small thing, but it warms me. One day, a boy with a bright yellow raincoat stops in front of my bench. He's holding his mother's hand, but his eyes are fixed on me. He tugs at her sleeve, pointing. "Look, Mama, a pirate's flag." She laughs, but he's insistent. He lets go of her hand and crawls under the bench, reaching for me with chubby fingers. For a moment, I'm nervous. What if he breaks me? But he's gentle, brushing off the dirt and leaves, examining my stripes with wide-eyed wonder. His mother crouches down beside him. That's not a pirate's flag, silly. That's an umbrella. Someone must have lost it. The boy shakes his head. No, Mama. It's magic. It's waiting for someone. She smiles, ruffling his hair. Maybe you're right. He stands, holding me aloft like a trophy. Can we take it home? He asks. His mother hesitates, glancing at my battered frame. It's very old, sweetheart. Are you sure you want it? He nods, determined. I'll fix it. I'll make it new. And just like that, I am chosen again. As we walk away from the bench, my bench, I feel a strange mix of sadness and excitement. I'm leaving behind the park, the stories, the people I've come to know. But I'm also moving forward into something unknown. The boy skips beside his mother, swinging me by the handle, already imagining the adventures we'll have together. I can almost feel the rain on my fabric, the thrill of opening wide, the joy of being needed. At home, the boy cleans me carefully, patching my tears with bright tape, polishing my handle until it gleams. He shows me to his toys, introduces me to his stuffed animals, and even gives me a place of honor by the door. I am no longer forgotten. I am part of a new story. Sometimes, late at night, I think about Anna. I wonder if she ever thinks of me, if she ever misses the way I made her feel safe and brave. I hope she's found another umbrella, one that makes her laugh in the rain. I hope she's happy. But I don't dwell on the past. I have a new purpose now. A new hand to hold, new storms to weather, new secrets to keep. I am still an umbrella after all. I was made to shelter, to protect, to listen. And as the rain begins to fall outside, I feel the boy's small hand wrap around my handle. He opens me wide, stepping out into the storm with a grin. I am alive again, my fabric snapping in the wind, my stripes bright against the gray sky. For the first time in a long time, I am exactly where I belong. And that, I think, is the real magic. Not being found, but being chosen. Not being perfect, but being loved, even with all my flaws. I am an umbrella, and I am home.